Right, recording. So, hi, you guys. Good morning and welcome to my channel. I'm back with a new video, and we're gonna check out Joe Rogan. What the hell happened to Khamzat Chimaev? I haven't heard from him since the Diaz situation, where I make wait. It was. I'm gonna see what he's talking about though.
What does Colby cut? He doesn't cut much.
No,
18 pounds in a day.
he's a company man.
Yeah.
He did
well,
that.
he's right there. You know, it's him, and you got Bilal Muhammad. You know, you've got a lot. Hamzat at 170, he's the motherfucker, right? But it's like, can you be assured that he's going to make 170?
Yeah.
Or here's another possibility: did the athletic commission him? Did they pull him out when he could have made it because they decided he looked bad? And he's like, yeah, I look bad.
That
but
time
I
when
always
he
look
missed weight
bad.
by 9
exactly.
pounds? Yeah.
8 pounds. Yeah.
Right.
But that was New York.
Right.
And they have done things in the past that show to me that they're a little more stringent on their enforcing of certain rules, and you know, they'll stop fights when maybe another commission wouldn't. They won't allow fights to happen if other commissions would. You know, like they're very cautious. So maybe that had something to do with it. You know, that they pulled him because they did make the decision to tell him to stop cutting weight.
He's big.
He's fucking huge.
I remember we saw him backstage in Florida, I think, and he just looked giant.
But the thing is, 85. Now you go from,
That's a big gap.
right, but I want you to think about it this way.
Okay.
Think about Colby, the size of Colby, and then I want you to think that if the next one up from Colby is Alex Pereira.
That's a big man.
So when you're talking about Khamzat, if Khamzat and Colby fight, that's a fascinating fight.
Yeah.
But if Khamzat fights someone like Paulo Costa,
Right.
now you're dealing with a totally different size
Right.
human.
Different.
It's a totally different size human.
So yeah, Colby.
So as big as Khamzat is, like
Right.
if he can make that 170, and I don't know that he couldn't have made it. You know, the thing is, like, if they can say you look too sick, you
Yeah.
look like shit.
Like, they gotta take such a toll on your body too. I'm trying to compare them because I only seen them online, and they said the huge in real life are giants. I'm comparing with myself. I'm like 118, 118, and they're like one.
But everybody looks like that if they check in on you. If you're going to cut a big weight cut,
I'm like 5'2".
but if they know how to do it, they do it. And
Right.
I don't think he missed weight any other time. Google that.
I know.
Find out if that's correct, because I do not
the
believe he
first
missed
time.
weight. I know he fought Gerald Mearshart at 185 pounds, and he knocked him out in one round. He fought Kevin Holland at a catch weight of 180, and the other fights, I believe he made 170. Maybe he had one other fight, 185. I think maybe it was his first fight in the UFC.
His
Might have
natural is like 185. His natural weight.
been 185. But
what? Oh, he fought that. Who was that? Remember, he was talking to Dana.
yes.
What weight was that?
That was 170.
Okay.
That was the Leech
Right.
Leong. Yeah,
Right.
that was wild.
That
I mean, you
was.
want to talk about like levels above when someone can carry you over to the boss and
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
fuck you up
Talking.
and talking shit. I kill everyone. I kill everyone. But you're not going to do that to Paulo Costa. That's
No.
my point.
Right.
Like you're talking about a totally different size human
Right,
being.
I get it, yeah.
Totally different thing. It's like that gap is too big, in my opinion. I think there's 10 pounds. I
Yeah.
think it should be 75, 85, all the way up.
Well, 65,
Yeah.
75, 85.
Yeah, 55, 65,
Yeah.
75. It totally makes sense.
Yeah.
And if you did that, I think you'd have like more reasonable choices that guys would make in terms of cutting weight or in terms of, you know, going up. But ultimately, I really strongly believe that for the health of the fighters and just for the just to really solidify what the sport has the potential to be. People should fight at their actual weight.
Yeah.
Their actual weight.
That's what I was going to say.
That's what I was gonna say. I asked that before. Like, why doing these cuts when it's already different? Like,
Hey, so if Khamzat can cut all the way down and Colby's more natural,
yeah.
is there an advantage?
There's definitely an advantage, but
not
there's not an
equal.
advantage
No.
in terms of endurance.
Performance, I'm saying.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah,
you're a bigger
definitely.
man, but can you
Definitely.
perform?
Well, it's questionable. You know what's really questionable is paying $70 to eat.
Okay, that was a smooth little. We skipping through that. It's definitely not equal, though. I cannot imagine what you're going through, your body, mentally and physically. And then when you've been going through all that, you're going to fight with someone that's just naturally that way and just been doing his thing?
Right, because we've never seen him fade. He's got incredible endurance because he fought that fight with Gilbert. And
3 rounds.
Yeah, but it was a fucking war.
It was.
That was a wild slobber knocker of a war.
He got hurt.
He did. He did.
But
Gilbert is a fucking savage, though.
I was disappointed. He took that short notice fight, the last one.
We fucked up his shoulder.
And he got hurt.
Yeah, he fucked up his
shoulder.
shoulder
It's like
early in the fight.
He's such a dog. He wants to compete. I
almost feel like they should have stopped the fight. I think when a fighter literally can't use his arm like that, and you're fighting a guy who's as dangerous as Bilal, like you're gonna take shots you shouldn't take.
That?
You're gonna, you run the real risk of getting extra hurt,
right?
And you could hurt that arm even further to the point where it's not repairable through surgery. Like you gotta, I think at a certain point in time, if you literally can't use your arm to throw punches, you probably shouldn't be fighting. And it's a hard pill to swallow,
hard to watch.
But you're probably going to lose anyway because he was so diminished.
It was hard to watch.
It was hard for him to move. You could see like his movement was compromised too. Whatever was fucked up with his shoulder, he couldn't do anything with that left arm.
Yeah.
And hopefully he gets surgery or whatever, rehabs it or gets stem cells and fixes it. But it's that weird thing where maybe he could still win. Maybe he could land the head kick. Maybe he could take him down and get him in a triangle or something like that. You never know. But when it's that bad of an injury, it's not a bad thing to call it.
I think he landed, like late in that fight, he landed a pretty good shot, if I remember right.
He probably like in agony while he's doing something.
Probably.
Like that,
What's your prediction on Leon Colby?
That's a great fight. That's a great fight. Leon is so goddamn
you want me to tell you what's
dangerous
gonna
on the
happen?
feet. Tell me.
Colby.
Yeah, well, you're his friend. Listen, Leon's so dangerous.
Yeah.
And the fact that Kamaru couldn't take him down in the last fight, that was a big deal.
Yeah, but okay, so how about this? So Kamaru gets KO'd. Mm-hmm. That obviously gives Leon confidence, but
for sure.
Also, no matter who wants to admit it, that has to affect the confidence of Kamaru.
He's a human being. He's a human being.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's like, that is such a crazy that one moment, the fight was pretty much over. That one shot changed the trajectory of everything.
Yep. And it changed the way Kamaru fought in the second fight. He was a little bit more cautious.
And Leon was at home. He had more confidence.
Yep.
He was like, I don't know. I just was thinking that one kick, changes everything.
Well, that's a guy like Leon. Like, you can never... that was the 5th round that he landed that.
Wasn't it late?
It was late in the 5th round. I believe there was only like a minute left to go in the fight or something crazy like that. But the thing about Leon is you can never sleep. He's so sharp. His striking, he's one of the most impressive guys I've ever seen hit the pads.
Yeah, but the pressure of Colby, come on now.
Yeah. No, it's incredible pressure. But
that's the friend you need.
We'll see what happens.
Because
also the cardio of Colby's off the charts.
Leon did do better than I thought he would at combating the wrestling, the takedowns. So he has improved there.
Yeah.
So we'll see how Colby can mix that.
When is the fight with Colby? I have an idea. If it should be mandatory, if you need to make cut weight. Let's say one is 185 and the other guy is 175. He needs to cut weight. That's one fight they need to make. But then this guy needs to gain 10, so it's equal. But then it's still different, I guess. So one needs to add and one needs to lose. But then you know that it's gonna come from both ways that they have to go through it. But then I don't know if it's easier to bulk up or cut. Which one is easier? It might be a dumb question for me to ask. If one is easier than the other. Maybe it's easier to gain. It is, right? I feel like it is. Just mentally and physically. I don't know. But then it's just to eat. But then how is your form? Maybe you just feel slobby. When you cut, you get this kick in it, but then you can feel tired too. I don't know. I definitely think that it shouldn't be more. Joe said 10. I agree that it shouldn't be more than that because what they're going through, and then when it's time to fight, it's still not I don't feel like it's gonna be an equal fight. Definitely not. It is not. Share your opinion down below if you have more experience in this. And yeah, what do you think? Comment down below. Appreciate you watching. Subscribe, like, all that good stuff. Bye, you guys.